Our next guest loves that song. Don't you just love that song, Hailey? Yes, she's a model with more than 42 million Instagram followers. But yes, that's her pop superstar husband you're hearing there. She also has a new skincare line called Rhode that she is launching today. And she is in the building with us. Hailey Bieber, how are you doing? Good to see you.
Hello. Thank you for having me, you guys.
No, thank you so much for being here. We've been talking about you and your husband quite a bit, it seems, this week. Of course, the news about Ramsay Hunt syndrome that has partial paralysis. We have to ask you first, partial paralysis in his face. How is he doing right now?
He's doing really well. He is getting better every single day. He's feeling a lot better, and obviously it was just a very scary and random situation to happen, but he's going to be totally okay, and I'm just grateful that he's fine.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, that is, and I'm sure he's heard from all of his fans who are fully supporting him.
Yeah, the support has been really amazing, just from fans, friends, family. Like, every single person has sent well wishes, advice, recommendations. It's actually been really amazing.
That's so good to hear. And this coming on the heels of your health scare. You had a mini stroke back in March. Tell us how you're doing right now. You look fabulous. You look fantastic. Tell us how you're feeling.
I feel a lot. Well, I feel a lot better after that situation. I feel good. I had a procedure done to close this hole in my heart, and I'm just giving my body the time to heal and recover. It was a little hard for me to recover from the procedure, just giving myself the time to be able to like work out again and feel like normal, if that makes sense. But I'm doing well now, and I'm not having to be on any medication anymore. That's so fantastic. I feel good.
But the two of you both having such physical health scares mentally, I mean, I'm sure you leaned on one another, but what has that been like for you as a couple and just mentally kind of coming to terms with it? You're so young, to have to go through something like this, both of you.
Yeah, I mean, I think two things, like going through it very publicly in front of a lot of people, it kind of almost in a way forces you to have to just be upfront about what's going on so that people understand what you're going through. And I actually think it opened up a lot of really important and amazing conversation. And I think the silver lining of it, honestly, is that it brings us a lot closer, because you're going through this together, you're being there for each other, you're supporting each other, and there's just something that really like bonds you through these times. So that is, I think, the like silver lining in these crazy times.
Did it give you some perspective as well, and maybe even time to slow down? You live busy lives, you're all over, but slow down. I know you have this business venture now, a skincare line, but what was that in the works, I assume, for a while, but long before the health scares? How did that kind of play into you getting to this point where you now have, hey, Hailey Bieber, you have a skincare line? Yeah,
I mean, I've been working on this for the last almost 2.5 years. It started right at the very beginning of the pandemic, right when we went into lockdown, when I felt like I really had the time to dive into it and pursue it, because it's something I've always been extremely passionate about. I just didn't feel like I had the time to even start the conversation. And it was something I knew I wanted to do from the ground up, like start from scratch, build a team, build the business, build the brand. So I really started it 2 years ago, and obviously, getting closer and closer to, this is a dream of mine that this is here and that it's come out today. So getting closer and closer to realizing that dream and having these like random bumps in the road, I mean, I think it just makes you stronger in a way. It gives you resilience. I think that's something that I had to find the balance through everything, but also it really showed me like prioritizing what's important. And to me, I had to take care of myself. I had to be healthy. I had to put things to the side. I had to cancel things. And I think that was an important lesson for me to learn about what do you prioritize, what's important. So yeah.
And all at a very young age. It took me much longer to figure all of that out.
Sometimes life forces you to learn it,
Right? Exactly. And so let's talk about your skincare line. I love the name because it has a special meaning, and I know your philosophy is less is more.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, I think my philosophy is less is more. I'm somebody who, I went with skincare because I've always had a dream of doing a brand, a beauty brand at that, and for me, skincare felt like it made the most sense because I've always been so passionate about it, passionate about a skincare routine. I would say I'm slightly obsessive over it, and I'm just very like routined when it comes to skincare. But the name came from, obviously it's my middle name. It's also my mom's middle name, so I wanted there to be this tie into family lineage. I learned so much about skincare from my mom. She's taught me so much about how to take care of my skin since I was a kid up until now, and always gave me a lot of different tips, and I got to watch her and then, you know, kind of get into it myself as I've gotten older. And I feel like in the industry that I've been in now since I was 17, I've really just developed what my beauty philosophy is. And as I've gotten older, I feel that I've gravitated a lot more towards less is more, and just less makeup, less hair, less everything. And I think that's something that I've embraced and has made me feel more beautiful than I ever have.
You know, anytime, oftentimes, I think we did it here, introduce you, model Hailey Bieber,
Yeah.
but you wanted to make sure, and I think you do this with the price, you wanted to make sure this is accessible to
Yeah.
everyone. How do you kind of make that translate from people see you and, oh, she's a model and she has the skincare and she has her beauty regimen, that's one thing, but how do we make sure that's accessible and everyone feels like they can still be a part of the Hailey Bieber world of skincare, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to make really amazing formulas that could be accessible and affordable to everybody. Rhode to me is like, this is the world of Rhode. I want to open up my world to everybody. I want them to be able to be a part of it, everybody feel welcome, while still giving really awesome products. And basically the ethos behind it in a lot of ways is making one of everything great. So it's like those curated essentials that you keep going back to, you keep reaching for. And it's kind of the same way that I curate my wardrobe in my closet, like the perfect pair of jeans, the perfect moisturizer, like kind of having those go-to
I'm the
things.
same way.
Yeah,
Yes.
like those go-to things that you want to keep going back to because they're great. And that's my aim with this brand, is to keep giving people access to great formulas and great products that are efficacious, that work. Yeah.
Yeah, well, congratulations. And
Thank
we're
you.
so happy that you're doing well, that Justin's doing better.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you can feel all the love from everyone. And
Thank
just
you.
so happy to have you here today.
Thank you. Me too.
All right, and please give him our best as
I
well.
will. Thank you.
Thank you, Hailey. All right.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.